I'm going to bring up to our conference Mr. Randy Crosby out of Atlanta, Georgia. We're very thankful for him, and we can tell the story over and over, and you'll learn it too, is that he almost deleted the email that was telling him about TelexFREE, and we're so glad that he did open it up, because, just like many of you, you're getting, emails about this, that, hey, this is something that's going to change your life, But seriously, TelexFREE is doing that for many, many people, and you know what? We want to show you how today. So you're going to be thrilled that you're here. Take some notes if you need, but number one is to get back to the person that invited you to our conference today and get going, and we'll tell you how to do that at the end of our conference. So let's come on to the line, Mr. Randy Crosby out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Well, thanks so much, Kelly, and it's a pleasure as well as a privilege to be here with each and every one of you today. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay on the webinar as well. I want to bring up very quickly a gentleman that's excited about some things that are going on today down in Warner Robins, Georgia. Mr. Archie Lawton, are you on the line with us?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Absolutely. Tell us what's going on down in Warner Robins today.
Today we are having our super seminar, which we call TelexFREE, International TelexFREE Team Super Seminar here in Warner Robins, Georgia. And it's at the Hilton Garden Inn, 207 Willow Parkway, Warner Robins, Georgia, at 7 o'clock. And most of all, we all down here really, really excited. We all pumped up for coming back from Florida. And everybody is standing and trying to recruit and try to bring a house full. So, but most of all, we got our best friend, our leader, Mr. Randy Crosby here will shake the house. So, Randy, turn it back to you.
Well, thanks a lot, Archie. Look forward to seeing each and every one of you guys down there. In fact, right after this call, we'll be hitting the road and headed down there towards Warner Robins, Georgia. I want to welcome everyone that's on the call today. Again, our call is going to be a little bit briefer than normal. Simply because we are, ladies and gentlemen, sharing the vision of this incredible company and what TelexFREE is doing for quite a few people. See, it is a trendsetter in life. When things happen and, you always have a certain trend that goes along, then all of a sudden something new comes out of the ordinary. They call it a paradigm shift. That's the reason why we don't travel around in horse and buggy anymore. We travel around in new, beautiful automobiles. Someone thought enough to say, you know what? Just because this is the way it's always been doesn't mean that it has to continue to be that way. And so I say this to each and every one of you that are on this line today. Just because you haven't realized your goals and your dreams yet, just because of in life financially you are not where you need to be, sometimes we not only need to make a decision to be there, which is definitely number one, but you need a vehicle to get you there. People could have imagined a new way of travel, but until someone actually invented it, the same normal way of travel was always there. Well, that's called a paradigm shift, and exactly what's happening right now in network marketing. No matter what you heard before about how it didn't work for this person or that person, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to tell you for the first time, a paradigm shift is taking place with network marketing, and it is literally rocking the attention of the world. This is with a company called TelexFREE, because instead of 90% of the people that would normally fail in network marketing, my, things have changed. Now we have 100% of the people that just do one simple thing, ladies and gentlemen. They're all experiencing massive success. And that's why we're telling you that this is the company of the future. Now, we're not here to sell you on anything, so please get that thought out of your mind. Most people will let their past failures in life determine what their future thinking is even going to be. But this is not one of those calls. It's not one of those get-rich-quick schemes or anything like that that you've heard before. Ladies and gentlemen, you are experiencing something that has never been done before, and the fact that you're dealing with a real company with real products and services, and the fact that you can now have the stability of weekly income just because you're performing work, and on top of that have the unlimited income potential that billionaires talk about that are seen in network marketing, and that is that unlimited income potential. And of course, if you know Donald Trump and Robert Kiyosaki, just network marketing itself, they recommend it because they know that is the best possible way for the majority of the people to change their financial status in life. Well, we're part of the network marketing industry, except for we're creating that paradigm shift. In fact, let me explain to you, first of all, a little bit about the products and services. This company had a vision, many different products and services to bear, and they're doing it right now. One of their visions is unfolding. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, not only are we going to be able to offer cell phone service, but the company is going to be their own cell phone provider called Telex Mobile. When you find out how powerful this is and the things that you will be able to do with your cell phones, it will absolutely awake all night. You'll be able to have the ability to make group calling, international calling, guys, and be on a 3G, 4G, or even Wi-Fi calls. That means picking up your phone and calling 80-plus countries at the touch of a button. And let me tell you something, folks. People right now, we're so excited about this service being launched. In fact, right now, they're in the pre-launch stages of this service. It should be available within 60 days. But people are so excited that the news is traveling all over the social networks so fast. Did you hear the news? TelexFREE, they got their own cell phone provider. They are their own cell phone provider. People can be able to call different countries. And I mean, people are getting ecstatic about not only the service, but to find out when they really understand that this service is going to cost them less than what they're currently paying right now in most carriers. Guys, let me tell you something. This is going to be a phenomenal, phenomenal product. Millions of people will be on that product, I guarantee you. In fact, here's something else that TelexFREE does. They're looking for different solutions for problems and different things that people may have. For instance, we all know that our economy is in trouble. Over 1.1 million bankruptcies last year alone. Foreclosures right through the roof. On any given night, up to 3.5 million people don't have a place to sleep. And in fact, when you think about marriages, ladies and gentlemen, 80% of all marriages that end in divorce are because of financial difficulties. Well, here's another unique product and service that TelexFREE is offering. In fact, one of the benefits of this, and it's called the actual My Financial Plan. Now, what Telex does here is that they've actually contracted with another company that have been using these services or providing these services for years, and they have hundreds and thousands of testimonies already on how people can not only pick up their phone and talk to some of the nation's best financial advisors, but there's a software that will allow you to literally put all of your debt in there, the amount of money that you're paying per month right now, and without spending another single dime, without refinancing, they're going to be able to show you how you can cut down and reduce the amount of years that you have for paying for your debt. And on top of that, even being able to show you your not only debt-free day, but the date that you could become a cash millionaire just with the money that you're paying right now. It is absolutely phenomenal. And an exclusive that we have with TelexFREE that this company is offering just to our members is the ability to get a secured loan without a credit check. And that secure loan, you can use it to buy different household items such as computers and TVs, and actually have, as you pay for that, to report to all 3 credit bureaus to help you reestablish your credit. Now, folks, that's phenomenal. But if that wasn't enough, what they're going to give you for free, along with this service, if you buy this service for $69, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to throw in for free credit restoration, where there's a team of individuals that will legally help you remove erroneous, outdated remarks off of your credit report. This service alone, folks, people are literally paying thousands of dollars for, but with us, it's only $69 a month for all of those services. And yes, that's through the Financial Advantage. That product, ladies and gentlemen, over 2,000 people this past weekend had access to it. In fact, they told them to go ahead and pre-register for it. So there are a lot of people, millions of customers that we know that are going to be waiting on that product. Now, here's what I want you to envision. And I want you to think about this for a moment. How many people do you know that are out there suffering in life? See, some people are suffering in life and they're struggling to try to pay their bills, they're behind, and they just want to get out of debt. They just want to have a breather. Can you imagine when you're able to show them how just being a customer, you've got something that'll help them? They will be forever grateful to you. But because you're not only sharing it with them, ladies and gentlemen, this company offers compensation for that. You will be able to earn residually every single month. while those people are excited and seeing that their debt-free date is getting closer and closer, every single month you're going to receive income because of them being on that particular product. Imagine how many people that you know that owns a cell phone. Imagine how many families, in fact, everyone in the family owning a cell phone and them being on Telex Mobile and you're earning residual income. You know, I was driving down the road this morning, and I was driving. It's amazing, folks. You look to the left and you look to the right, people are on their cell phones. And I just said to myself, my, how different life would be as people are driving by you. They're on their cell phone, and because they were a customer of someone that you introduced to this business, you're getting paid while they're there on the phone. Do you know what kind of smile that'll put on your face? Imagine driving by neighborhoods, and in each home, there may be someone or a relative of that person, or maybe the entire household that is on the Telex mobile service or on our financial package, and you're earning income off of that. We've got another product that's available right now that, ladies and gentlemen, in fact, they launched the company with this product. It's called the TelexFREE 99 VoIP service. It allows you to download this on your computer, and you can contact people from over 40 different countries and even make video calls with them. But they went a step further that you can use an application for your cell phone or your landline, and you could call 40-plus countries. Now, this service is only $49.90. But you'll notice, though, that this company is ever moving. They're ever progressing forward. In fact, we now have a new app that's coming out. And with this app, it allows you to make a video call or a video conversation, or even, guys, you're in a group conferencing. You can start it out on your computer, continue it on your cell phone while you are maybe perhaps going off to work or wherever you're headed. And once you get to the office, you can continue without ever breaking the conversation, continue that same call. Ladies and gentlemen, I am understanding that that app alone is so far advanced beyond any of the technology that is out there. They're saying that when people see what's going on with that app, they're not even going to want to use some of the most popular services that you see out there now, like Skype. Here's what you have to realize. The company is going to continue to bring a lot of different products and services. The only thing is, will you benefit from them? See, most people in life, they're not where they want to be. Most people will continue to let their past failures guide their future. Oh, I did something like that before, and it never worked for me. I never made any money. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's one thing I want you to listen to very, very carefully. Your past does not determine your future. What you do now determines your future. So you need to decide, first of all, that you're ready for a change, and you need to make a goal. A goal is, where do you want to be between now and the next 365 days? You can't get there, ladies and gentlemen, by talking about it. You have to do something about it. And one of the things I'm going to tell you is that the reason why most people never reach their goals and dreams is because they don't believe it's possible for themselves. They've been told all their life, no, no, no. In fact, I heard a statistic the other day, and they were stating that by the time a person is of the age of 18, they've been told no about 148,000 times. And so most people believe that nothing good is going to ever happen to them, so they don't even set a goal. They don't think it's a reason because they're thinking that over time, nothing good is going to change for them, and so they never progress to do anything different. I was almost caught up in that exact same trap 11 months ago when my bank account had been totally devastated by a creditor. And I was ready to throw my hands up because I said, what's the use of trying? I'm never going to get out of this hole. I'm in debt to everyone. Life is not going the way that I want to go. And, unfortunately, some people have even taken that to a further extreme, and you see them on the edge of a bridge, and they give up on everything, including life itself. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you this. I am so thankful that 4 days later, someone thought enough about me to send me the email about this amazing company that's creating a paradigm shift like I've never seen before. They explained to me that this was a company that was willing to believe in me. It didn't care how many times I've failed before. It didn't care whether I had a record. It didn't care if I attended college or not or had a degree. No, this company doesn't care. What they want you to do is to gain back the dignity and respect that each and every one of us need. So they're going to give you an opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, for you to be your own boss, for you to set your own hours, for you to write your own check. How can you do that? By helping them advertise. You see, we just spend minutes a day just copying and posting ads. Anyone can do that. It's very simple. The ads are already written online. You go to one site, you copy, you go to the other site, and you paste, and ladies and gentlemen, your work is being done. Now, what are we advertising? It's very simple. We're advertising one of the products that we just talked about. For instance, a company is going to give you your own website. So when you put the ads out there, it's guiding people to your website to see the TelexFREE 99 service. And every day that you post an ad, the next week the company is going to add to your online inventory in that store. They're going to give you for free a new TelexFREE 99 service, that VoIP technology. Now you might say, well, if they're giving it to me for free, what benefit is that to me? Well, it gives you the right to sell that and earn 90% of the retail price. And here's the caveat, or as we say, ladies and gentlemen, the cherry on top of the ice cream, right? Even if you can't sell that package, you can store it up. It stays in stock with you for an entire year, but at any given time, if you want to sell some of your excess stock that you got for free every week for placing the ads, you can click a button and sell it back to the company. The company repurchases at about 40% of the retail price. That's why we have everyone in this company feeling massively successful. They know they can earn money no matter what. They know that they are in control of their destiny. You might say, that sounds like a financial no-brainer. They're going to give me product every week for free just for posting ads, and if I sell it, I make more money. And if I don't sell it to the public, I can sell it back to the company and still earn income. Sign me up. See, this is such a financial no-brainer, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody has to convince you to join this business. In fact, remember, even if you don't join this business, the person that shared this call with you, they're going to earn income anyway. So you might say, well, since this is such a no-brainer, how much does it cost? Well, we have a $50 partner fee that everyone must pay to come into the business. That allows you to sell the products and services and earn a 10% commission. You might say, but wait a minute. You said 90%. Yes, 90% on one of our products is reserved for people who are more than just partners. These are people, they get a contract and they upgrade to either an AdCentral or AdCentral family. Now, this is optional, but you'll find that 99.999% of the people that join this company, they all upgrade. Why? Because now, for just $289, ladies and gentlemen, they now literally have the opportunity of earning 90% on this product. Let me give you an example. The company's going to give you 10 TelexFREE software packages in your back office the moment you sign up, and you can sell each one for $49.90, and you will retain. That means you're going to keep $44.91 of each package. That means if you sold all 10, you make over $440. However, because if you place one ad a day, every week they're going to give you a new software package to sell to the public. That means you're going to earn another $44.91 on each one that you sell. But remember, as we call the icing or the cherry on top of the ice cream, all of the packages that you can't sell that you get for free every week, they're going to turn around and allow you to sell that back to the company for $20 per package. Instead of making $44, you'll make $20. And since your contract is for 52 weeks, ladies and gentlemen, do the math. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out I can be successful in this company. Between selling to the company and selling to the public, I will make money. So this right now is a financial no-brainer. And the interesting thing is the fact that some people are saying, you know what, I can place more than one ad a day. I can place 10 or 20. So they're getting multiple packages. We have another package called an AdCentral family. The only difference is it costs $13.75 to upgrade, and every day, instead of placing one ad, you'll place 5 ads. It only takes you literally a few minutes a day. Most people can place 5 ads, ladies and gentlemen, in less than a minute or two. So if you're placing 5 ads a day, you're selling the product to the public, the company's giving you 5 more new ones every week that you can earn up to $224 on that. And, of course, you've got 5 to sell back to the company at $20 a week each, which would be $100. And over a 52-week period, guys, do the math. See, it's very, very simple what we do. There's nothing complicated about it. Why would the company do this? Why? Because they're driving people to your website. They want you to advertise and do that. And as they go to your website, they're going to be able to see all the other services that we're going to be putting in there, or the company's going to be putting in there, such as coffee. They're going to see the VoIP service there. They're going to see the Telex Mobile there. They're going to see the financial package there. So they may go to your site for one thing and may end up purchasing several, which means you're going to earn residual income. This is what we call a financial no-brainer. Now, I'm going to tell you something. You probably have heard stories about people becoming millionaires and multimillionaires in this company, about TelexFREE and all of the excitement. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with any opportunity, it involves work. These people didn't just come in the door and become a millionaire the next day. They decided to do something extra. They decided to do something that they did not have to do. If they could have just kept, placing ads, and they could have just kept selling product to the public, they could have done that. But these people wanted more out of life. They had goals and dreams, and they wanted to earn above what most people would consider in life to be just a simple, ordinary life. They wanted more for themselves. So they decided to go out and share this with other people, and when you do that, you are rewarded more. To those who do more, more will be given to them. It is just that simple. So with the company, they're saying if you have a customer, anyone that's on the service, you can be your own customer. That will open up an additional door of income for you. Again, do you have to do this? No. We've got people that have come in our company. They've never done what I'm about to share with you. They're happy sitting at home posting ads, selling a few to the public and selling a few back to the company. They're happy doing that. But this is for those people that have a vision, that have a dream, that want something better, not only for themselves, but for other people. You see, I truly believe in life. And it was told to me many, many years ago, if you want more out of life, you have to help other people get more out of life. You can't be selfish. You have to be willing to share with others and teach others and show them a way in which they can enhance and improve their life. And when you do that, not only have you done something great, but you feel better inside. You're going to feel better because, in fact, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you this, each and every day that I get a phone call for someone saying, thank you, thank you, thank you for opening up the email. Thank you for getting involved in the company, and thank you for sharing this with a few people, because they turn around and share it with others, and they share it with others, and you end up touching thousands of lives that you never, ever knew that was. And people will thank you for it. And people will be forever grateful to you. And that's what life is all about. When you do that in this company, though, they're going to give you more money. But for instance, if someone decides that you talk to, they want to get an Ad Central package, you'll make a $20 bonus. If it's an Ad Central family, that's a $13.75 upgrade. You're going to earn, ladies and gentlemen, a $100 bonus. But that's the start of it. Here's where the real money comes in at. It's in a teamwork. Imagine a quarterback going out on Super Bowl Sunday and trying to win the game without a team. Well, that would be impossible. He can't hike the ball to himself, then turn around and throw the ball, run down the field, catch it, and score a touchdown and block for himself too. It will not happen. But in this business, ladies and gentlemen, you develop teams of individuals. And you help them realize their goals and their dreams. And when you do that, you start to earn not only off of your effort, but the effort of not only one team, but two teams. See, this company has something called a binary compensation plan. And you can go out and share this with two people. The computer will automatically place one person on your left team, the other person on your right team. I call them your team captains. Why? Because those are the people that are going to be so thankful because they were the first in underneath you, and then everyone else that you have that are joining those teams will automatically fall underneath them and help them build their teams. How great is that? That's the power of this compensation plan. And the computer is going to count not just the people, No. It's going to count far more than the people. It's going to count the amount of contracts that are being purchased on your left team and on your right team. So every time it sees a new Ad Central purchased by someone, anyone on your left team, and a new one on your right team, it's going to pay you an additional $20 bonus. You might say, what am I getting this for? Because you were there in the beginning. It's not just paying you for what you did, it's paying you for what you started. And ladies and gentlemen, when you look in your back office after you started, and you see that to grow every single day, let me tell you something, it will leave a smile on your face. Every single morning you'll have a reason to get out of bed early with a smile on your face. I know I do. And I tell you what, it's amazing. And every time it sees a new Ad Central family, ladies and gentlemen, on that left team sold and on the right team sold, it pays you not only $20, but it pays you $60 plus $20 for a total of $80. In fact, this pays down to infinity. One man asked me once, well, how deep is infinity? I said, how deep do you want it to go? How many times would you like to continue to earn 60 and 80 and 60 and 80 and 20? He said, I'd like to go from one end of the earth to the other, and that's exactly how this compensation plan works. You may start off in Florida and have people come in all the way from California, all the way around in Japan, and it's just amazing the amount of influx that you can have and the amount of bonuses that you can continue to get. In fact, the company had to put a cap on it. They said the maximum you can earn per day is $15,360 a day. If you earn more than that in one day, it carries over to the next day. But at the same time, you're jumping up and down about this. There's additional weekly residual income being paid to you at the same time. Everyone that you share this with is on your first level. The people that they share it with is your second level. Every single day, these people are placing ads. Every single week, they're getting more of those Telex 99 packages from the company. The ones that they don't sell to the public, now watch this, folks, that they're selling back to the company, the moment they sell back to the company and earn income is the exact same moment you're going to earn a 2% bonus on whatever they're selling back. And when they turn around and sell their packages to the public, while that's going to turn on for you a residual income. In fact, imagine if you went out and shared this with 5 people who shared it with 5, and everyone just had 3 customers. You might say, well, what 3 customers? Well, imagine if they were on our Telex mobile service. Imagine if they were on the VoIP service. Imagine also they were on the financial plan. Those are 3 services right there. With everyone just having 3 customers, which really could be 1 person on 3 services, look at your residual potential income, folks, over the course of a year just from what customers are buying, month after month, $140,000 of income potential. Now, I am not projecting income for you. I'm not telling you what you're going to make. I can't tell you what you're capable of. But I'll tell you one thing. If you're determined, if you have a goal written down, if you adhere to it, if you want to help people, and you go out and share this, no one can tell you what your possibilities are. You might end up with more than 3 customers each. What if everyone ended up with 5 customers? Well, your residual income would be over $231,000. That's in addition to everything else that you're making. What if everyone had 5 packages that they own? They may own 5 Ad Central families, and each of their families have 5 customers. Well, look at your income potential now, over $1.1 million. I'm not even going to go into the additional income potential, but I want you to dream for a moment. This company has additional bonus pools of 1% and 2%. And you know what it's based on? It's not based on the amount of people that are joining. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's based on the amount of customers and the profit that they get from their customers every single month. Now, I want you to imagine and envision yourself being able to qualify for the 1% bonus pool or the 2% team builder bonus pool. And every single month, as more and more customers come onto the VoIP service, more and more customers come onto the My Financial Advantage Plan service, and more customers come onto the Telex mobile service, and the hundreds of other products that haven't even been launched yet. I want you to envision that. And you're sharing in those 1% and 2% bonus pools, but it's not of what you built. It's not of just your organization alone. It is of what the entire company makes worldwide. Now, if that doesn't put a smile on your face, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what will. But I'll tell you this. You should have a smile on your face because the person that shared this opportunity with you today, if you understood what I said, just 1% of what I said, you'd have the biggest smile on your face right now. Because you know for a certainty that this is an opportunity that you can control. You can come into the company. You can post your ads every day. You're going to get additional product every single week that you can sell to the public and earn 90% of the commission. And what you can't sell to the public, you automatically can sell back to the company and still earn income. And it gets even better. If you decide to share this with other people and build an organization, ladies and gentlemen, the sky is the limit on your income potential. You couldn't have convinced me 11 months ago when I joined this business, when my bank account was reading negative $7,000, that I would be earning the income that I'm earning today. You couldn't have convinced me of that. I didn't know. I didn't have an idea at all. But I'll tell you this. When I didn't believe in myself, my wife believed in me. She said, you know what? As bad as it is right now, it's going to get better. And I thought that she had lost her mind. But I'll tell you this, I am so glad that she was right and I was wrong. So in life, ladies and gentlemen, even if you don't believe in yourself, if you're down so low, if it looks like everything is against you, because Murphy's Law will come for you. There are those days when everything goes wrong. You may have been in businesses before where you lost money and it didn't work out. It has no reflection on your future. If you believe and you have in your mind that it's, or you find someone that believes in you and you hold on to that and you get started, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have a clue of how your life can change. Your future is not written for you. I believe as long as you're still alive, you have contributions that you need to make. There are people out there that while you don't even know them and they don't know you, they're depending on you to be that channel to help them get to a better place. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being on the line today. It's been a pleasure as well as a privilege to not only be a part of this incredible company that you and I can literally write our own check, but more importantly that we can share with others and give them a helping hand up to let them find a company that's willing to believe in them, because they're helping the company not only advertise, but they're helping the company help them build their own dreams, realize their own goals, and get to where we all need to be in life. I want to thank you so much. Please get back in touch with the person that invited you on this call. Get your questions answered. We went through a lot very quickly, but they always say a wise person continues to inquire, and they always continue to investigate. See, we don't have to, ladies and gentlemen, be great in this company. You really don't. A lot of people want to be great. A lot of people say, oh, man, if I was making what you was making, it'd be easy. No, it wasn't easy in the beginning. But I'll tell you this, if you want to be great in life, you don't have to be great, ladies and gentlemen, to get started in this business. But you do have to get started to be great. I wish each and every one of you, again, please get back in touch with the person that shared this with you. You're hearing this from my heart because it would have changed so much in my life. And I'm so thankful for many of you for sharing in the goals and dreams to help other people realize theirs. Hey, Miss Kelly, if you're still on the line with us, please come back and close our call out for us.
Hey, I am. Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hey, I tell you, well, you said a couple times to get back to the person that invited you, and it's so true because, if you're scratching your head going, but is it for real? It is totally for real. No matter what you're doing, if you're working 9 to 5, 7 to 7, 2 jobs, or whatever it is, you can add TelexFREE to what you're doing right now. I actually get my ads done for the company in the morning when I'm sipping on a cup of coffee and my little one is eating her breakfast before I take her onto her elementary school. So that's kind of my schedule, and throughout the day I'm helping folks throughout the day because back in December, you know what, I did not have a job. and I was really, really looking for something that was going to be paying because I had no time to waste. I had no time to waste, and I really needed something that was going to get going, and I'm very, very thankful for TelexFREE. So you know what? Now is the time, really, because we're going on a year here in the United States, and so many things are coming about. So this is the time for you to really plant your feet in TelexFREE and get rolling. When some of these things, hit the highway with this Telex Mobile, you'll be positioned. So we already got a great product right now with the voice over IP, and our website is top notch. There's 3 steps. Once you sign up today, there's 3 steps for you to get going, and you'll see it. Step 1, 2, 3, and all you're going to do is go to the person that invited you to their website. Up at the top, you'll see a button that says registration. So go there, fill out the form, choose the package, either the Ad Central package or the Ad Family package. Just get going, and then you're going to immediately post your ads and get going. So we'll be glad to help you. Tomorrow at this same dial-in at 2 p.m. East Coast is our training call. So come on board today and get some training tomorrow. But once again, we love it. We'll be here to help you, and have a fantastic TelexFREE day. Thank you, Kelly, for your great presentation. Hey, Miss Carla.
Hey, just wanted to remind everybody about the Saturday meeting here in Atlanta. Don't forget to invite your guests there to the Goldfish Restaurant at 3:30. We will be there this Saturday. You definitely want to come out. So the Goldfish Restaurant is right next door to the Cheesecake Factory. And the address is 4400 Ashford Dunwoody Road Northeast, Atlanta, Georgia, 30346. Again, that's 4400 Ashford Dunwoody Road Northeast, Atlanta, Georgia, 30346 at 3:30 on Saturday. So definitely get your people plugged into that. Back to you. Thanks for that too, Kelly.
Thank you, Carla. All right, Atlanta, Georgia on the map, and lots of areas around the United States. And so we're excited to have so many great folks kicking off their areas. And I know there'll be another partner, myself and many other people, to kick off Charlotte, North Carolina, probably closer to the beginning of the new year. We'll get through the holidays here. So, all right, everybody, get back to the person. We can't say it that many times, but seriously, I would really, really not want to see you look at this another few more months, because you know what? I was talking to a friend of mine this morning, and he was saying, I remember when you first started that TelexFREE. Is it really, really still working? Yes, it is. And now, just like Randy, so many folks, people would be just, kind of, I don't want to say intimidated by the growth that we're having, because it's true. We're spreading like wildfire and just having a lot of fun. So it starts with you, and we'll be glad to help you. All right? We'll see you tomorrow, same time, 2 p.m. East Coast, for our training. All right, bye-bye, everybody.
Your conference recording has stopped.